Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant. And in this video, pag-usapan natin itong RMC number 74-2025 or the updated checklist of documentary requirements for BIR registration related frontline services. So with this RMC, uniform na yung mga requirements na nire-require ng BIR kahit anong saang RDO pa kayo pumunta, yung documents na hihingi nila to register your business or your practice of profession, ayun, uniform na sa lahat ng RDOs. And yung nakaganda dito is, madali na lang yung mga requirements. So, hindi na required yung mayor's permit, ano pa yung mga professional tax receipts, ayan, occupational tax receipts. Wala nang requirements na ganun with this updated checklist. Yung nire-require na lang talaga nila is, imagine this ha, one valid na government-issued ID, isang government-issued ID, and 30 pesos na documentary stamp tax. Yun lang yung fee. Wala na yung 500 pesos na registration fees. Tinanggal na yon. So yung kailangan nating payment to register your business or practice of profession is just 30 pesos for the DST. And yung requirement nga is one valid government issued ID. So in this video, pag-usapan natin yung registration process and of course, yung ano ba yung mga requirements na kailangan natin to register your business or your practice of profession. So sa lahat to ha, mapa-self-employed kayo if you are doing small businesses sa inyong bahay, yan, mga home-based na freelancers, ayan, pwedeng-pwede to sa inyo. Mga vloggers, ayan, mga content creators, YouTubers, social media influencers. So lahat ng mga bagong mga professions in practice of professions in general ito, lahat ito is covered na ng itong RMC, yung mga requirements. So, hindi nyo na kailangan mabahala. Yung requirements is very easy na lang. So, before we start, yan, pakita ko muna sa inyo yung registration process. So, ito yung BIR registration process. So, pag-usapan natin muna ito before you register your business and before we talk about the requirements. Because madalas ito yung nakakalimutan or nakakaligtaan ng mga taxpayers and yung consequence ito pag hindi nila ito ginawa or pag hindi nyo ito ginawa is magkaka-penalties tayo. So, ito, first is the BIR registration. Ito yung first step talaga is to register your business nga or practice of profession. So, kailangan yung i-submit yung mga requirements. So, yung nabanggit nga natin kanina, napakadali na lang mga requirements. So, may list mamaya papakita ko sa inyo. One issued, government issued ID and 30 pesos for the DST. Yun lang yung pinaka-general na requirement. So, how to register your business? So, pwedeng manual. But the good news is, lahat ng steps na ito, you can do it online na with the use of yung BIR ORUS or the BIR online registration and update system. So kung wala pa kayong ORUS na account, I highly suggest talaga or recommend that you create an account because very convenient yung ORUS. With ORUS kasi you can, kahit wala kayong TIN, you can get your TIN using the ORUS and sa pag-register na din ng books, you can use ORUS. And of course, pag-register ng business niyo, pwede din through ORUS. So hindi niyo na kailangan pumunta sa inyong RDO to register your business or yung practice of profession niyo. So lahat ito pwede online. So again, yung first step natin is i-register natin yung business ninyo or your practice of profession. So if manual tayo, we will need itong BIR 1901 for the application for registration. So pwede din through ORUS. Maybe in our upcoming videos, if interested kayo, comment kayo down below. Papakita ko yung step-by-step process, how to register your business or your practice of profession. Freelancers, ayan, pwede through ORUS na. So, yung nandito sa baba, pinakita ko lang dito is ano yung end product na makukuha ninyo is the BIR 2303 or the Certificate of Registration. So once you get the 2303 na, ibig sabihin, registered na kayo kay BIR. So usually, you can get this within the day naman. Kayang-kaya ng BIR to print itong Certificate of Registration if complete lang ang inyong requirements. So if hindi naman kaya within the day, maybe the following day, or 2 days after, pwede kayong pabalikin to get your BIR Certificate of Registration. So, ibig sabihin, once you have this Certificate of Registration, registered na kayo with BIR. So, naka-indicate dyan sa Certificate of Registration, of course, your taxpayer's name ninyo, and yung ano yung mga applicable na tax type sa inyo. Ano ba yung kailangan yung i-file? Monthly, ayan, quarterly. So, lahat yan is naka-indicate sa Certificate of Registration. So, yung step 2 natin is, ito, mostly is nakakalimutan talaga ito, is yung print of invoice. So, kailangan nyo kasi ng invoice so that you can start your business na. Kailangan nyo mag-issue, of course, number one talaga yan is, you should issue an invoice if may mga sales kayo. So, sa mga non-VAT dyan, may previous video ako kung paano ba kayo mag-issue ng invoice. Pwede bang at the end of the day na, per client ba, per buyer ba? So, may ano yan, if 500 pesos and above, kailangan nyo i-issue per client or per transaction. And if ano naman, if below 500, pwede nyo yan i-aggregate at the end of the day. So anyway, yun yung pag-issue ng invoice. So kailangan nyo talaga mag-register with the BIR so that you can have the valid invoice, which is required by some mga customers or clients natin. Sometimes they would require us, kailangan yung invoice so that they can record it as their expense naman. So, how to get your printed invoice. So, that pwede din manual or through ORUS. So, kailangan nyo ng BIR 1906 or the application for authority to print invoices. So, yung pinaka-requirement lang dito is kailangan nyo ng accredited printer ng BIR, ng RDO, kung saan kayo under na RDO, they have this list of accredited na mga printers. So, before kayo magpunta sa RDO ninyo, be sure may ano na kayo, accredited printer because nire-require nila yung final copy, kumbaga ng sample ng inyong invoice before you can proceed with the application for authority to print the invoices or the ATP. Ito yung tinatawag na ATP. So, required yun. Kailangan nila yung details din ng inyong printer, accredited printer, so that mapaprocess nila ang inyong ATP. So, again, before kayo pumunta sa RDO ninyo, dapat may na kayo, yung final na sample ng inyong invoice. So, hihingin nyo yan sa inyong chosen accredited printer. So, nakalagay doon yung final sample ng invoice nyo, yung taxpayer's name ninyo, yung address ninyo, yung TIN number ninyo, if may TIN number na kayo, if wala pa, pwedeng 00000000 muna yung ilagay as TIN number. And of course, yung business address, ano yung format na kailangan. So, yun yung i-check as a requirement to get your ATP. So, ito yung final output is ito na yung authority to print. So, signed na yan ng BIR officer. And pwede nyo na once you have this ATP na, you can bring it to your accredited printer na so they can start printing yung invoices ninyo because the printing of the invoices, mostly of the accredited printers, 10 booklets yung minimum requirement and that would take 2 weeks. Yung iba 3 weeks, yung iba nga a month pa before they can give you your printed invoice. So again, yun, kailangan yung ng accredited printer and then yung final sample ng iyong invoice to get your ATP. So yun lang. And then third natin na registration process is yung pag-register ng books of accounts naman ninyo. So ito din madalas nakakalimutan ng mga taxpayers na kailangan pa pala nila mag-register ng kanilang mga books. So again, sa mga non-VAT, dyan yung mga books na kailangan yung i-register. The general journal, the general ledger, the cash receipts journal, and the cash disbursements journal. So yun yung 4 na books na complete books for non-VAT. So if VAT naman kayo, may additional 2 books kayo, subsidiary sales journal and the subsidiary purchase journal if VAT kayo. So, again, yung pag-register ng books is through ORUS na. Online na ito. Ito talagang nire-require ng BIR is through ORUS na yung pag-register ng inyong books. So, ibang RDOs, hindi na talaga tumatanggap ng manual na pagtatak ng inyong mga books. So, pag pumunta kayo doon, there are some taxpayers na pumunta sa RDO. Yun, pinauwi lang sila because through ORUS na yung registration. So, pwede lang yung manual daw if hindi talaga available yung ORUS. So, if available yung ORUS, wala namang down, hindi naman down yung system, kailangan through ORUS talaga yung pag-register natin ng books. And the good news is, ayun, madali lang yung pag-register sa books through ORUS. Minutes lang actually. So, may video din tayo dyan. May guide tayo step by step kung paano nyo i-register ang inyong books using the ORUS. So, i-check nyo lang yung ating description box. Lahat ng links dyan ilalagay ko. So next is, pag-usapan natin with the RMC. Ito nga na yung good news sa RMC 74-2025. Yun, mas pinadali na yung mga requirements. Hindi na required yung mayor's permit, yung mga professional tax receipts, yung mga occupational tax receipts. Hindi na required yan. Yung kahit DTI, wala kayong business name, hindi na required yan ng BIR so that you can register. So kita nyo dito, to register yung business nyo, you can do it online through orus.bir.gov .ph, and yung payment ng documentary stamp tax na 30, pwede na din online. So yung general requirements, if manual naman yung pag-register natin, is yung BIR form number 1901. So dalawang original copies nun. You can actually download dun sa kanilang website ng BIR, or you can get it dun mismo sa RDO ninyo. So yung next na requirement is any government issued ID. Ayan, may mga sample dito, the passport, driver's license, ayan. That shows your name, address, and birth date. So, if wala daw address na ka-indicate, kailangan nyo pa mag-submit ng additional proof of residence naman. Pwede yung mga proof of billing na under sa name ninyo. So, in case of practice of profession naman, mga professionals, kailangan yung valid PRC ID and the government ID na din, showing your address or proof of residence under your name. So, ayan yung mga requirement, one photocopy. So, yung ID din nyo, kailangan nyo din one photocopy. So, ayan. So, next natin is yung ATP nga, nabanggit na natin to kanina, yung required sa ATP, is the final clear sample of your own invoice. One original sample layout. Ayan. So, may sample layout daw sila available sa new business registrant counter, or doon mismo kayo sa inyong napili na accredited printer, yung nabanggit natin kanina, pwede kayo mapagawa ng final sample ng inyong invoice. Or, another option talaga dito is yung BIR printed invoice naman. Available din yon if you opt na konti lang naman yung mga invoice na gagamitin ninyo, or if sa tingin niyo medyo matagal yung pagkuha ng inyong final na printed invoice, you can get actually the BIR printed invoice so that you can start selling na your products or services. So that's an option for you. So yung proceed na tayo with the fees to be paid. Ayan. So wala na yung registration fee na 500 pesos. Yung nakalagay na lang dito is the payment of the 30 loose stamp or the DST to be affixed on the certificate of registration. So note, if the 30 DST was already paid online, the proof of payment, pwede na kasi tayo magbayad online ng DST. So, pwede nyong i-photocopy yon. And of course, payment, if ever yung BPI or yung printed invoice yung gagamitin ninyo, I think that's around mga 40 to 50 pesos per booklet niyan. So, ayan. So, additional documents na lang if applicable. So, SPA or the Special Power of Attorney and yung valid ID nun, if ever hindi kayo mismo yung magpa-process. So, kailangan yon. And number 2, DTI certificate if with business name, kaya one photocopy. If gusto nyo yung under yung business name sa hindi name ninyo, I mean hindi yung personal name ninyo, if you want DTI, pwede with business name. So pwede nyo dalhin yan to BIR. And then next, ito yung mga other requirements na din, the work visa. Ayan, so just read lang kung ano yung applicable sa inyo. But in most cases, hindi to nag-apply sa ating mga freelancers, mga online sellers. Ayan, service contract if you are mga job order, franchise documents naman if you are certificate of public convenience, ayan, mga common career. And then if BMBE pala kayo, kailangan nyo rin ng certificate of authority so that may indicate dun sa inyong COR na BMBE kayo, and hindi kayo required or wala kayong tinatawag natin na mga quarterly income tax and annual income tax yung ilang yung sa inyo because exempted kayo sa tax, income tax I mean. So, proof of registration naman, if sa PEZA, ayan, TESA, if ever under kayo doon. So, yun lang yung mga requirements if babasahin niyo ang mga papakita ko pala sa inyo yung mga checklist. So, yung checklist, so ito yung checklist of documentary requirements. So, kita ninyo, ipopost ko lang din sa ating description box kung ano yung applicable sa inyo. In most cases, dito tayo sa self-employed. Ayan, so other classes of mga taxpayers, nandito din estate, trust, corporation, partnership, ayan, non-resident digital service provider. So, lahat yan nandito sa checklist of documentary requirements. So, i-check nyo lang yung ating description box. I-post yung link kung saan nyo mada-download itong checklist na ito. And the RMC itself na din. So, ito yung ating checklist of documentary requirements. So, ayan. So, tapos na tayo. We talked about na yung mga requirements. So, again, yung pinaka-main lang is the government-issued ID and the 30 pesos na DST. And, balik tayo sa ating presentation. So, let's talk about magkano naman yung total fees na or magkano yung gastos natin kung magpaparegister tayo ng ating business or profession kay BIR. So, registration fee, again, wala na yung 500, so zero na yan. So, the documentary stamp tax, 30 pesos lang. And the books of accounts, yung nabanggit natin, if non-VAT kayo, 4 books yung kailangan ninyo and you can actually buy nasa National Bookstore lang ito. That would range 50 pesos each. So, kung apat yung books niyo, so 200 pesos yung apat. And then the invoice, so depende din sa accredited printer na nakuha ninyo, it would range mga 2,000 to 4,000. So, 10 booklets na yan, 2,000 pesos. So, that would give us a total of 2,230. So, yan yung total na gastos natin in registering your business kay BIR or Practice of Profession. But the good thing is, yung iba, yung nabanggit natin kanina is, yung iba kasi mga customers is naghahanap ng invoice because they would want to claim that as an expense nila on their side. So, if wala kayong invoice, so sayang din yung customers ninyo. So, mostly ng mga lalaking customers, they would really require that you are registered kay BIR. So, ayan. So, yan. Natapos na yung ating presentation. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, Pinoy Accountant. And thank you again for watching our video. And I'll see you in the next one.